Hi guys, and welcome back to Hilltop Farm. I'm Jay, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rejuvenate these old cast iron cauldrons. They're quite beautiful, but in terrible condition. But don't be scared. It's not as hard as it looks. Just takes a bit of elbow grease. This one will be by far and away the worst. So what I will do with this one, because there's no ornate painting on it, this one here will be taken to with, I'll fill it up with hot water, and then leave it for 5 or 10 minutes just to soak. Then I will take to it with steel wool, soapy steel wool, and give the whole thing inside and out a scrub, and keep rinsing until all the brown rust goes away and the water is no longer brown and rusty looking. And that's what I'll do with that one. This one I will do, first I'll just rinse all the potting mix out of it, and because they've obviously, I don't know if you can see, they've obviously grown something in this one. But this one is really pretty, and I don't want to I don't want to lose what's left of the painting on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this one is going to be cleaned out. The inside of it and the handle will go over, and probably, and the base will go through with the wire, steel wool and the soap. But what I'm going to do is on the outside here, I'm going to get it nice and wet, and very gently and lightly go over it with a plastic scourer. Okay, and I'm going to lightly go over all of that, just trying not to take the paint off. Okay, I just want to get the rust off so that it's no longer obviously rusty brown. And once I've done that, then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what they look like once they've done that, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, and we're back. This has been scrubbed, and as you can see, the pattern is much more noticeable now. Now, what you'll need paper towel, and you'll need either some sort of shortening, or I use beef dripping. You can use lard. I prefer beef dripping because when it's in the oven, it doesn't create as much smell through the house that lard does. Do not use vegetable oils, olive oils, those silly spray-on oils. Don't use those. They will leave a sticky residue, and then you'll get dust, and they'll become sticky. These will season the iron. I think I said before cure. It's season. This will season the iron. Now you put some on your paper towel. Thank you. And then you rub it on, creating a layer. Alright, it's a messy job. No one said it wasn't. Now while you're doing all this, your oven, you've got all the shelves out except one, and you put that on the lowest point. And I recommend putting a layer of foil across the bottom of the oven, because this will drip. So to save you having to clean up, I would do that too. Put your oven on a moderate sort of temperature. Put your oven on a moderate temperature. I suggest about 375 Fahrenheit, 190 or thereabouts Celsius. I think that's about gas 5, but it's a high-end moderate, put it that way. Work your way around this beautiful thing, because this will bake in. It should be the last time this ever sees soap. Should never ever see soap again. So after this, every time you use it, you will season it again. If you don't use it for some reason, every 3 to 6 months they should be seasoned regardless of whether they've been used or not. Okay, now before I do the base, I'm going to do the inside. Obviously the inside is terribly important, because if you use it for cooking, which I encourage you to do, you know, if you're doing a nice casserole or something for a Yule festival, or maybe you are putting the pumpkin you've carved to good use at Samhain, so you decide that you're going to make a nice pumpkin soup or something and you use this to cook it in. I mean, what better? What better? But the more you use it, the more it's baked in that heat with animal fats inside it, the better surface you'll end up with. If you look after a cast iron frying pan, for example, and you do this, keep it cured, you can dispense with non-stick. You don't need it, because nothing will stick to a well-cured cast pan. When people sort of say, oh, but you can't put it in the dishwasher, you can't do this, that and the other with it. Well, if nothing sticks to it, why do you want to put it in a dishwasher? You know, you just give it a jolly good rinse with hot water, and lastly, just do the bottom. I mean, I know you don't cook on it, and a lot of people say, oh, what does it matter? And it possibly doesn't matter, but if you're going to do something properly, you may as well do it properly, or don't bother. And obviously it's normally not as heavy duty job as this, because you're normally not in this kind of state when you start. Now I'm going to show you on this one, because they're so big, we've got to put them through the oven separately, and it's going to take me all night to film. So we're just going to press on with this one, get it done, and show you the finished product, and we'll do the other one off camera later. Don't forget when you're finished to put your towel in the wash. If you forget and fold it up thinking it looks alright, whoever uses it is going to get a nasty shock when they come out of the shower all clean and rub all this cooking fat all over themselves. Could be quite comical, but you might upset someone. So that is it. So you put that on the bottom shelf of your preheated oven, upturned, and you have it in there for a minimum of 1 hour. Can be anything between an hour and 2 hours, minimum of an hour. When it's finished, turn it off and let the oven cool with the pan still in there upturned. When it comes out, go over it with clean dry paper towel to get any excess off. And that should be it. It should be beautiful. And we'll come back briefly just so I can show you what it looks like. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, and welcome back. I'm not bringing on the other cauldron we had with the pattern on it, because I thought that was a hand-painted thing, or, you know, it was baked on there. It was obviously just a transfer that someone had put on for decoration, because as soon as you got it in the oven, it just shriveled up and burnt off. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing, but it's alright, the pot's okay. This was the main pot I was more interested in anyway, because it has the 3 legs. Now this has been through as well. Now this one was actually the worst of the two from a rust point of view and a having to rejuvenate point of view. You can see it's coming up quite well. See, inside it was, if you remember, full of potting mix, and it was dirty, absolutely gross. Whereas now it's fine, it's absolutely beautiful. And as I say, every time you use it, I will continue to season it, and cast iron gets better the more it's seasoned. So this will continue to get seasoned, but as you can see, what was a very cheap purchase off of Gumtree has turned into, you know, a real find, because to buy this new, you'd be looking at $300-400 probably. So I think it's a bargain. Anyway, that's what you do to save yourself a fortune on a cauldron. This same method obviously works with all cast iron cookware. That's what you do to rejuvenate it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below, or you can email me directly. The email address is down below as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and hit the bell so you're notified of any subscriptions. If you're interested in taking our Wiccan course, there is a link below to a playlist, and you can take the Wiccan course and catch up to where we're up to so far. And until next time, it's goodbye from Hilltop Farm. See ya!